This Pods That Rock production is brought to you by Satilla Feed and Outdoors. For all your animal feed needs, go to Satilla Feed. And our friends at Save Toys and More, they will get you all your collectibles. Thank you. Hey everyone, this is like my third or fourth time trying this video, so I'm going to try to make it shorter for y'all. This should have been done. This should have been done. For a while now. I want to talk about a couple things. My two excuses are sickness and holidays. So, before you want to pester me about me not getting this out sooner, my bad. That's why. Sickness and holidays. I was sick and it was the holidays. So, between Cena last match and now, yeah. I'm just going to make it short and sweet. Coming out of this, I have a little bit more respect for the NXT people. I mean, obviously, I respect all wrestlers for what they do. We predicted on Saturday Night's Main Event. We watched World 10 this past weekend. But first on Saturday Night's Main Event, we had Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. Myself and Billy picked Obafemi. The Owls picked Cody Rhodes to win. Both of them be your main champions from each different brand. Cody being the undisputed WWE champion and Obafemi being an NXT champion. Unfortunately, this match did not finish fully. Drew McIntyre interfered, causing a no contest. So no one got any points. Next matchup was Sol Ruka versus Bayley. Myself and both the Owls picked Sol Ruka. Billy said tenacity, so I'm going for Bayley. And I'm like, dude, I get it. Bayley is a really good wrestler. But I wouldn't put it over Sol. I wouldn't put it against. I would not pick against Sol. Because Bayley's never faced Sol. So, Sol Ruka, your winner. I got 2 points, yeah. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They were putting their tag titles on the line. Everyone got it right, though. Everybody picked AJ and Dragon Lee. Really good match for only 6 minutes. Insanity. Lots of high flying in this. Respect to Javon and Leon in their match. Like that. I know AJ messed up, too, at one point. He slipped off the rope. And I'd be questioning things if I did that, I'm sure. Not just at 48 like he is, but that landing looked rough. But they improvised and they went around it. But AJ and Dragon Lee were still your tag champions. They recently did lose them, though, to the Usos on Raw. But we all got 3 points on that one. And your main event for that night was John Cena versus Gunther. I picked John Cena. Everybody else picked Gunther. Gunther wins. Even after being AA'd like 5 times and once through a table and went off the top rope. I'm going to say this, though. It was an emotional night for all of us. Myself and a few other people. We were all sitting there watching this. Billy being one of them. And I don't know, man. It's just the air got sucked out of the room that night when that happened. I didn't fully expect Cena to win. I just picked it to be different. I ain't gonna lie. I know I've got a date with an owl. I've got to put this on the line. I'm going to do this at Saturday Night's Main Event. January 24th. I messed up a little bit. Yeah, January 24th. So in 3 weeks, I'm putting down a line against one of you owls, whoever it is that beat me. Billy puts his title on the line against an owl at Royal Rumble. So good luck, Billy. Unless you want to change yours to Saturday Night's Main Event too. We all just do the Royal Rumble thing. Up to you. But Cena, I'll say this. I rebelled. I always went Punk from, I don't know. No, actually, I like Punk in 06. Whenever, and I know people are like, why do you like him earlier? I didn't know who CM Punk was until ECW, until the WWE version of ECW. But I knew John Cena. I knew who John Cena was. Cena. It was Cena, Rey Mysterio, Batista, Orton, Brock. Those guys came in '02. I was 9 years old when they all came in, 9 or 10, and Cena was the one that was different from all of them. The other ones were like, oh yeah, they're big, strong dudes, but it's not. It wasn't just that with Cena. It was it was that rapper character. It was that basic thugonomics. It was a word life guy. It was so much more than just big, strong guy. And then you find out, Make a Wish. He's did the most wishes of any person ever. And the stories of all the hope that he's inspired in these children that are facing debilitating, life threatening diseases. Incurable, most of them, too. What he's done for their families just by being there. Not just that. Not just that. He gave all of us hope that no matter what you're going through, look at what he can do. He shared his strength with us, is the way I can put it the best. He gave us that hope. He was our Superman. And he's not going to wrestle anymore. We literally can't see him wrestle anymore because he's done. He's not coming back. And it sucks because that 9-year-old, that little JB, would not have wanted to see Cena lose in his last match. Wouldn't have understood why he needed to lose. I still didn't want to lose, knowing most likely it's going to happen. And it's just, I don't know, he was always there. Just like, I was a kid when I first started watching, so like my favorites were like DX, and Mick Foley, DDP, Sting. Those were my guys. Those were all my favorites. I just played a War Games match where I had DX versus NWO. And I tried to have DX win because I wasn't really a huge fan of NWO when I was a kid, because they're the bad guys. We don't like the bad guys. We want the fun. We want the silly stuff. That's DX. That's what they were. And, when they retired, it sucked. But I wouldn't say Triple H's retirement was as impactful on me as it was as John Cena's was. Yeah, I love Triple H stuff. I love watching his matches. Shawn Michaels, I cried when I finally watched the match, because it's a tearjerker. It's, he wanted that streak. He wanted to beat The Undertaker. Him retiring Ric Flair, that'll bring a tear to your eye, I don't know, man. There's just something different about Cena's retirement. But let's switch gears. Let's talk about AEW World's End. I literally wanted to watch one match of this. Ended up watching all 4 hours of it. And yeah, it was a little long. Because I'm used to WWE doing their thing in like 2 or 3 hours. But I just want to watch one match. And we got it for one match, and we watched all the matches. And you had Moxley win the Continental Classic. You had the women's tag titles on the line. You had the steady decline of Mercedes Moné is going to be interesting to watch. I know that much, and I'm not huge on her since she quit and didn't come back. Um, Nothing against her in the ring. It's just I'm not rooting for her. Wish you the best. I'm not I'm not rooting for that character either. The piped in CEO chants are not going to get me either. Um, what else was there? Tony Storm had a match with her friends and they won. That was yeah, we can't erase that from our memories after that dumb spot they kept running over and over and over and over. Mm. But we literally I just wanted to watch for the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW World Title. Samoa Joe, your champion, versus MJF versus Hangman versus Swerve. And knowing the history with all four of these competitors, you had Joe beating MJF 2 years ago at World's End for the title. You had Swerve and Hangman had a blood feud for about a year, and now they're friends. And Hangman won the title a while back at All In, and just lost the title to Joe. So there's history right there with those three, and then MJF and Hangman from day one just had beef. Always had beef. Swerve beat Joe for the world title. I don't know how many. It was almost. Yeah, it'll be about 2 years in April. But there's so much history going into that match. So many storylines that years old, new, just in one match. And I know, I didn't think MJF's gonna go out the winner. MJF's gonna come out champion. I didn't fully think it. I was just, that would be cool. That'd be cool because he kept me watching after Punk got fired, quit, whatever you may want to call it. That should have been him and Punk at Full Gear in 2022. Yeah, but and he's the longest reigning champion ever on AEW. But I didn't fully expect it. But when it happened, when Hangman was going for the 3 buck shots on Samoa Joe, and he goes for the third, and MJF throws him out the ring, takes him out of the run for the title, basically, and it hits the Heat Seeker on Samoa Joe. Oh, man. I'm like, surely he can't kick out. He didn't kick out. And I'm like, how long was he gone? And now he came back and he's the world champion. I'm like, that's really cool, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that match so much. Wasn't a bad match. But I want to say, real quick, I know I'm trying not to run this. The last one, if I combined it, it would have been 20 minutes. It would have been 40 minutes for y'all. And I didn't want to put y'all through 40 minutes of me talking about wrestling. So we're going to try to cut it a little short. Shorter than that by a lot. I want to say thank you to the champions from last year coming into this year. You have Chaz, your Posit Rock Predictions Intercontinental Champion. And you have Billy, your Posit Rock Predictions Champion. Both of y'all have done so much. Chaz took this from now. Billy has held this since May. Hasn't lost it yet. Hasn't lost anything but at Saturday Night's Main Event. And we all tied at Survivor Series, right? So, I want to say thank y'all. Because I know now. I know now. I'm good. I'm good at this. Sometimes there are people that are better than you. And I'm glad that those people are my friends and my family. Billy, I appreciate all the ideas you give me. Chaz, you keep me going, you keep me laughing, so thank you so much for that. The L's, you give us good opponents. Marcus, man, Marcus really, he kind of fell off this year. He kind of fell off. I ain't gonna lie. Marcus, if it wasn't for Marcus, I mean, Billy wouldn't have had any tough competition in the title reign other than me, right? Right? I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. Man, Mark won championship last year. Mark's the first person to do all three things, or actually four if you think about it. He won the Royal Rumble last year. Predictions. He won the Intercontinental the year before and cashed in, so he technically got to be the briefcase before it was the briefcase thing. Cashed it in, won a title from me last year. You know, Mark's pretty other than actually getting the briefcase. Mark's done it all. Let's see who else we got. Michael never won a thing, I don't think, but when Michael gave us ideas, Michael gave us some good ideas here and there, and Michael was always when he was coming around more. Michael made us all laugh, and that's much appreciated, Michael. If you're out there watching this, wherever you may be, because I have not heard from you. It's everybody that's helped out with these, you know. CJ's helped out. You know, Nick's done videos here and there. I don't know, man. I'm glad it's not just me that likes wrestling. It's not just Billy that likes wrestling. It's all y'all that watch these that like wrestling. Seth from Satilla Feed, he likes wrestling. That's why he likes to help out with our stuff. That's why we do our little giveaways on TikTok or on here or whatever. And I get them sent out to y'all. Get y'all's hats. You know, every now and then. We do gaming tournaments here at my house for the Royal Rumble some years, you know, or for WrestleMania. And I give out a hat or do a drawing for a hat. Thank you, Satilla Feed. Thank you, Save Toys. Thank all y'all that watch so much. Because without y'all, we wouldn't continue to do these. I know I'm looking at the numbers some days, and some days I just like to post it. I'll share it, and that'll be it. Now I'm not worried about numbers fully all the time. I know they suffer sometimes. We can do a lot more, but we're gonna try to do better this year. That's my solution, not resolution. My solution is to do more than I did last year. So thank y'all for always being there and watching. I appreciate all y'all. Don't forget, New Year. But I'm still going to finish it like saying this. Don't forget, stay cool and rock on. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll see you at the Royal Rumble. Bye. Made in Georgia.